Everyone, it's Tina. This video is my everyday hair and makeup routine and how you can get this look too. I was kind of yappy in it, but once you get more practice, you really can do this in 10 minutes or less. Hi everyone, I'm Tina Wynn. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you my everyday makeup and hair routine. And all I'm showing you for hair is that I have to, if I'm ever having a day to night transformation, like today I'm going to this this conspiracy theory party tonight, so I have to dry shampoo my hair or else it won't last. And then if anybody actually has any advice for me on how to better prevent the brown from getting on my face, please let me know. So just go ahead and spray each section, and luckily Marshall's sells this dry shampoo, so that's why I'm able to be so wasteful with it. But if you're like me and you have like really silky fine hair that gets greasy easily, you know the struggle of really only being able to last 24 hours without another wash. And the reason I was confident to wash my hair every day despite what people say is that's what Dr. Dre on YouTube does. And so then I just go like this. And the reason I do my hair first before the skin makeup is because, as you can see, it gets all over my skin. So I will admit it's a little bit difficult right now because I'm just gonna look into the mirror I have on my desk, since in this viewfinder it flips it backwards. So just to explain why I'm looking to the side. So I do my hair first so that I don't get brown all over my makeup. So then the only thing I use makeup wipes for is not to take off makeup at night. If you watched my nighttime routine, you know I double cleanse. I usually do an oil cleanser. So I use makeup wipes actually to clean up. So it's just the Neutrogena Hydro Boost because it's what I used to use. It has that nostalgic Neutrogena smell to it. So that's that. So I guess I will. This is always the hardest part of my makeup. My fiance, he always says, you have some brown on your face. So I love that he like elevates my makeup and my look because he notices when things look off. Okay. So that's pretty much the everyday hair. As you can see, it adds nice volume, and I'll make sure that my hair doesn't look greasy tonight when I go out. One of the most important steps of this of this makeup routine is primer. Right now my favorite primer is this Innisfree blurring primer, and just so you know, all I have on my face right now is tinted sunscreen. Each day I use a tinted sunscreen because I'm on hydroquinone, and so when you're trying to fade dark spots, you want to use either a tinted sunscreen or something with pigment in your foundation along with sunscreen, of course. And then this primer, it just allows, because you'll see my skin type is, just so you guys know, I have acne-prone oily skin, but it tends to get easily dehydrated. And I also used to be on Accutane. So if you're watching this video and you don't know a lot about me, you might be like, oh, she kind of seems comfortable in front of the camera, and that's because I actually have a podcast. So if you're interested in my acne journey, I can link that podcast or try to find a way to download it. But it's called Xtina Unfiltered, is the podcast I have on Spotify. I don't use it as much anymore. It was more of something I did when I had a crazy life in DC. I live in Connecticut now, and I'm a full-time attorney, surprisingly. So, okay, primer is done. So you can probably see why I did hair first. And I don't have my usual skincare clips with me, but no matter. So I am somewhat stuck in the early 2000s, but I'm not really someone who follows trends. I more so just do what looks good on me. So what I mean by that is I still wear eyeliner. I know all of the influencers, they do eyeshadow now, but like I told you, I have oily skin, so eyeshadow is not gonna last on my eyelids. But anyway, just to be cheap, I use this Ulta Beauty. Well, I guess if I want to be a YouTuber, I better try to make it focus. Well, it's not focusing, but it's the Ulta Beauty Ultra Slim Brow Pencil. My favorite brow pencil is probably the Sephora brand waterproof brow pencil. It's a dupe for the Anastasia Brow Wiz, and this one is medium brown. So my tip that I give people, for people who tell me that they don't do their brows because it doesn't look good, they're probably choosing the wrong color. Because for example, my hair is like black with like hints of brown, but it's pretty dark. You would think that I would use black as my brow pencil, but since you can see that my brows are so light, I have always chosen lighter brow colors. And so that's why I use like medium brown or like a taupe color. So if you think that, and then also you have to make sure you brush it out. Brushing it out is like the most important part. So I'm really not into like those messy brow, like people brush up their eyebrows. That's what I'm telling you. If these things weren't trends, I don't think people would do them. So I really just do like what looks good. Like these are the Elena eyebrows from the Vampire Diaries from the early 2000s. Like they'll always look good in my opinion. So that's what I do. So those, and the reason I do brows first is because right now I have with me my travel brush set that I just got from Marshall's. I have a different brush set at home, but it doesn't fit in my makeup bag. So these are just the Cala makeup brushes. I'm sure they're extremely inexpensive. Bethany Frankel, she's actually somebody that all my life I've looked up to, and she said that you really shouldn't spend money on makeup brushes, and she's like a mogul, so I trust. So here what I'm doing is, this is the Urban Decay Naked Mini Palette, and I'm choosing the lightest shade Glassy, and I use that as my highlight. So that's why I need to do brows first, because I highlight my brows, and this is definitely optional, but it really brightens up the face. And then I also like to do inner corner too. Sometimes I go a little crazy with it, but that's fun. And then this I don't do every time either, but sometimes I highlight my nose. And then, wow, I just realized that I think I skipped a step, because okay, well that's the highlight. I usually do that, I'm so silly, I usually do that after the skin makeup. So today what we're doing, and I don't even think I have my brush with me, unfortunately. Wow. Oh, wow. Okay, the perks of always doing your makeup on the go. I actually do have a backup makeup brush with me. This is actually a so just to make, like, most of my powders that I have, they'll look cakey if I don't apply them with a brush. So instead of foundation today, we're going to use a powder foundation. That's like a nice life hack if you don't like the feeling of foundation. So this is just a kabuki brush from Marshall's. Isaac Mizrahi, New York. any kabuki brush that's like nice and soft will do. And so I just dust this over my whole face. And this actually is another life hack. So story time is that this was back when I was in law school. So I was young. I was a crazy 20, in my early 20s. And I was with my friend, we'll call her Leah. And we were with a group of guys at the bar, and they were flirting with her. She's Chinese, I'm Vietnamese, in case you guys were wondering. And they were like, oh, because we were drinking that night, we were at the bar. So they're like, oh, your Asian glow is starting to show. And she stopped them. She was so dramatic at that time. I loved it. She stopped them in their tracks right there. And she was like, I know for a fact that my Asian glow is not showing because I'm wearing foundation. And she said, she literally made them shine a flashlight to her face and say, you are not going to be able to see any red on my face. And so ever since then, anytime I'm doing like a lot of drinking, like I told you guys, I'm going out tonight. Anytime I do a lot of drinking, I'll make sure that I have some sort of, you know, tinted sunscreen or some sort of powder so that I don't flush and get embarrassed. And so it's kind of like armor. So that's like an amazing life hack that she taught me. Okay, so powder is done. Now that we've done the base makeup, we can move on to the eyes. And this is when I would usually do that highlight that I told you about. So I might just go, because I went over it with the face powder. So let's go. Oh, and I didn't mention that this is an Asian powder. It's About Tone. You can get this on Amazon. This is shade 3 Natural, made in Korea. So just going over that highlight that I had before, and then also touching up here. This really makes your face look nice and awake, and also kind of like innocent, and like I love like the doe-eyed look. And once you see me put the eyeliner on, the doe eye will really be complete. And so, let's see. Especially when I want my look to last a long time, I often will add a few additional steps. So I just discovered this nice, just translucent powder. This Shiseido Amulet Veil. Unfortunately, I think you could only get this on like Yes Style, like those international companies. So I'm just gonna dip my brush in here and create the base. And the trick here is that if you're someone like me with oily skin, you want to put powder. I think that brush still has some colored powder on it. Oh well. Anyway, like I was saying, you want to powder everything down so that it really lasts, and so that your makeup doesn't smudge like your mascara and all that. Okay, so that seems like it did the trick. And you know what? I might even, since I really want this to last, a really good oil absorbing powder is this Laneige powder, which you can get on Amazon too. I'll link my Amazon storefront. Well, I'll try to. I'm still kind of new at this, but it's pretty cool. It's better for travel, so you just go like this, and then the powder comes out. It's a little bit messy, which is why I got the Shiseido powder, but this one is just really good at lasting. So I'm just gonna put this where I get oil, like my nose. And don't be alarmed. The reason it actually doesn't look cakey yet, that it is free. This really did some magic. The primer, No Sebum primer. And I think you have to get that. I had to get that on Yes Style. So let's go over. I probably should have set my under eyes with this instead. I don't want to look like a moth here, but that's why we finish with a really good setting spray. So that's just a little hack. And this kind of might seem extensive. It is my everyday look, but it's like the elevated everyday look. Okay, so now that everything is set, it's already starting to come together, I feel like. You really don't need that much makeup to look and feel your best and just feel a little cute. I love makeup. That's why I pretty much wear this every day now. So next, after you do your highlight, what you want to do is you take this skinnier brush and you dip it into your crease color. I'm using Laced Up. It's this third color right here. Right there, Laced Up. And so I just dip that in and I put it in my crease. I used to do my lid color first, but I saw this tip on YouTube Shorts and I tried it out and I like it a lot better. So, you know, this is everyday makeup, so you don't want it to go too crazy. You just want to enhance what you got. You don't want the first thing that people see when they look at you to be that you're wearing so much makeup. This is more for people like me that are kind of like beauty queens. We like makeup and we just want to have fun with it. And then my favorite part of the eye look is the lid color. It's Public. It's this beautiful shimmery color. So I just put this all over the lid. And the reason I even wear eyeshadow every day, because my look, it used to just be mascara, brows, and an extremely long wearing eyeliner, but I realized I can wear even normal eyeliners if I just wear eyeshadow. And then if you don't want to wear eyeshadow, you could just do a neutral eye powder or a translucent powder, but as you know, I'm a glam girl, so I love eyeshadow. So there we go. That's the eyeshadow look. Pretty quick, right? Looks good. If you want, you can blend it out more, but I don't. I curl my lashes and do mascara. This is the Shiseido eyelash curler. The reason I use this is I was reading eyelash curler reviews, especially since I have almond Asian eyes, and so I don't agree with people that say like, oh, you can use any eyelash curler, anything. Like a lot of people, their favorite one is from Elf, but I don't agree with them. It depends on your eye shape, what's comfortable. And then I love this mascara. This is my favorite at the moment. It's Clio Kill Lash. I recommend this especially for people with straight lashes, but I know that you know, white people I saw on Amazon like it too. So curl my lashes. You can see it's like it really lengthens without clumping. And it gets overwhelming. There's a bunch of different Clio Kill lashes, but this one is personally my favorite if you have eyelashes like me. So as I was saying with the eyelash curler, is that there was a lady in the comments that said that she's had her Shiseido for like 10 years. And so if you're someone like me, I personally like to invest in high quality products so that I don't have to, I hate when things break and I just have to keep buying. I'd rather just buy good quality that will basically last forever. And it's true. I think mine lasts a long time because I get replacement pads, and also that's another thing I use makeup wipes for. I just will wipe the eyelash curler and it gets off all of the eyeshadow and mascara, because that's just the first coat of mascara. While that's drying, I do blush. So the blush that looks better on me would be Benetint from Benefit, but I love NARS Orgasm. So as I told you guys, I haven't perfected this yet. I also got this from Marshall's, so I just dot. The reason I haven't perfected it yet, and I'm open to any tips you guys might have for me, is you'll see once I blend it out. Also it's the NARS Afterglow Liquid Blush. I feel like I prefer just the powder blush, but it also, you know, it's nice to have cream products too. And all these products are oil free since I'm prone to fungal acne, so I can't use any oil in my skincare or my makeup. So if you're acne prone, this is a good makeup routine for you. So you'll see the problem with this is that there's kind of that. So to fix it, like, you don't want a straight line obviously, so I kind of just blend it out with my finger, and I feel like that kind of fixes it for the time being, but there might be a better way. But if you use Benetint, that doesn't happen at all. It just blends in. It looks like I like my blush just like a natural flush. I also like red blush too. Coffee break. So now the mascara has dried enough. I try to, you know, intertwine my steps so that it doesn't take too long. If I'm not, you know, being all yappy and explaining, I can do this in like 10 minutes or less, probably. So just curl those lashes again. See how nicely they stay up now. And my goal in life is to eventually be able to do my bottom lashes. Before I used to do eyeshadow, like as a kid, I would try to do my bottom lashes and it would look good, but I would blink and they would stick together. So I'm trying to remember to do some experimenting with putting mascara on my bottom lashes, but I just keep forgetting because I want to do it like at night right before I take off my makeup in case it still does that sticking feeling, because it's the worst feeling ever. Imagine like having glue on your eyelashes. So see, look how pretty that is. You could just stop right there, but I'm ex-Tina and I'm like glam, so I'm gonna put on eyeliner, especially if I feel like eyeliner looks really good if you're gonna be photographed. And also you can see, like I told you, I'm an attorney. I actually own a law firm, and that's why, since I'm my own boss, I feel comfortable to have sparkly eyeshadow. But Naked also has a Naked 2 palette that, that also is good if you want a more conservative look. It's all matte shades. It's cool toned matte shades. So I would recommend this too if you want a more muted look. So now on to my secret weapon. This is the Heroin Make Smooth Liquid Eyeliner, and it's waterproof. Any product that I can get that's waterproof, I get it in the waterproof version because I also cry a lot. So I'm not even joking. Like I shed a tear on the way here driving. I'm a very emotional woman, and I let those, and I'm not afraid to let those feelings out. And so I'm going to apply this. I basically try to do as thin of a line as possible because I do want it to look, like I said, I don't want my makeup to be in anybody's face. I just want it to be cute and doll-like is the goal. So I do my left eye first always. I just try to do as thin of a line as possible. Sometimes I get even more thin than that. And it's nice, it has this thing that gets every drop out. There you go. That's the eyeliner. And I forgot to mention one of the most important parts of doing my makeup is in the beginning I put on Lucas Pawpaw ointment. Any lip balm will do, but I was on Accutane and this was the best thing for me besides nipple cream. But nipple cream has lanolin in it and it's easy to get allergic to, and I became allergic to it because it's I don't know, it's an allergen. And so if you put this on your lips before you put on foundation, then you won't have to get foundation on your lips and have to remove it. And now I had just put those on my head to look cute, but I'm just gonna put my hair up so that we could do the final touch. I also just discovered this setting spray. It's called Pink Flash Lasting. You want to use, if you're doing day to night like me, you want to use a setting spray that has alcohol in it, or else it might be a fixing spray. So I just spray this all over, and this will make sure that you don't look like a moth. This I got from Yes Style, but you could also get another one that's, they say that it's a dupe for the One Size setting spray. Do I believe that? I haven't used the One Size, but when I have my wedding I'll probably use that for my setting spray since it's like so waterproof. It's basically a hairspray, but they say a dupe for that is the L'Oreal Infallible. I'll use that one too, but this one I like just a little bit better. It's a little bit, it feels a bit more like skincare and less like hairspray, which makes sense because it's Asian beauty. And that's the makeup look. So I'll just put my hair down so you can see the finished hair and makeup, and my hair is naturally straight. There you go. That's how you can look like this. This is my, and I guess to complete the law firm look. Here's the completed law firm look. I have my blazer from Banana Republic. My summer attorney outfits are always just like a nice dress with a blazer on top. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you want to see next. I appreciate you. Stay tuned for many more videos. All of the products I will link, well, I'll link my storefront in the description, which will have all of the products listed that I used. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.